Legend of Total War here with part 5.2 of my Medieval 2 Total War roleplay campaign as the Papal States as Pope Saracinus the Corrupt. Alright, so this is the second episode using this Pope. We might get a third out of him, but he is starting to reach old age. Right, so previously we conquered Nuremberg, Frankfurt, Tripoli, I think, Heraklion and Rhodes. I don't think we lost any settlements in the previous episode. We are increasingly at war with more and more factions, so we need to start either eliminating these factions or getting peace treaties. I've been trying to get peace treaties, but unless you donate to them like hundreds of thousands, they just don't accept it. And even if they do accept it, it only buys you a couple of turns.
Is it me with whom you...
Anyway, we've got ourselves another full stack here. It's not quite... Let's get rid of these mercenary Frankish knights, because we've got enough cavalry there. And let's just chuck in another...
Orders.
Let's see.
Your orders,
Even though this isn't fully at full strength, let's throw that in there. Okay, so we're going to head over to Bern, which is still rebel controlled. I think the French have tried to take it a couple of times, but they keep failing. So we'll capture it, and then we'll make our way over to Stelfen, which is not well defended at all. I left the remainder of his army over at Frankfurt to defend it, because I don't want the Imperial pudding heads to return here. We'll keep giving them the opportunity for reconciliation and peace treaty, but they won't ever accept it.
Nine, only a dumb cop.
Let's have a look at our faction rating and see how we are compared to everyone else. So we go top 5 factions. Overall, we tower above them. That's probably one of the reasons why they don't want to accept peace. Militarily, we're way stronger than everyone else. Production-wise, it fluctuates. Territorially, of course, we're much bigger than everyone else. Financially, we're actually top of the charts. Man, Scotland was really rich at one point. Well, you know, really rich comparatively. That's 32,000. It's not that much. Population, we're much higher. Overall, yeah. So we're doing much better than all the other factions. We're on turn number 77 with 26 regions controlled. Roughly a quarter of the map so far. Okay, so what's going on over here at Naples? I think we had a general here, like a governor, and he died. So we gotta dump the taxes, which is a shame because it was making quite a bit of cash. So if we want the taxes to come back, to get back to where it was, we need more public order. Now the squalor bonus is not going to reduce. However, the more population that we have here, the more that the garrison bonus will reduce by. But just the mere bonus provided to health here will account for that. So that'll be fine. Thessalonica was able to repel the Byzantines, which is good. We trained those troops. So
Your orders, number one.
actually, they didn't end up.
Your orders, number one.
God, if you come over here, you're not going to have any movement left. Look, one way or another, it's going to take us 2 turns to get there, so might as well go by land, because at least this is safe.
We shall
Safe
continue
option.
at first light.
Alright, get some Armenian archers. That's what's available to us. We need to make sure we've got as much of a full stack there as we can. Just head back over here.
Plotting course now, my lord. Your orders? Full sails. Yes, we will not surrender these waters easily.
There's not that many left of the Byzantine fleets that were around here ages ago.
Your orders?
So these guys here had that under blockade, but they failed.
Closing to engage, my lord. Victory!
This
Plotting
war with the
course now,
Byzantine, the Byzantines has gone completely pear-shaped for them.
Your orders, number one.
Okay, now you can start to push
Of course, my lord.
towards
Men, camp,
Marrakesh.
men. We rest here.
Not sure if they'll win, but we'll see.
Your Majesty.
Take them
Yes,
with you.
my lord. Combining forces,
Disband
my lord.
them, and we'll take
Orders,
another one of these.
Majesty. March! Bringing our troops together.
I'm sure at some point during this campaign, if you look in the comments somewhere, I don't think there's going to be many people, but there'll be some people be like, I don't get it. Why is the order resolving with these generals? you know, not reading the description. You know, role-playing campaign.
Your
You know,
orders,
it
number
happens.
one.
It's fine. It's just like I do everything in my power to try and. Oh fuck! I forgot to left that guy over there. It doesn't matter. Oh, silly. I don't have any guys. Oh, there's
Who
you.
do I face? Yes. Let me strike.
You
my
come
lord.
stand over here. This will help block Marseille.
If they attack this fort, they
Onward!
Probably could have put them on the bars down my road.
contesting these
Yeah, like I said, I do my utmost to make sure everyone understands exactly what I'm doing in my campaigns, but some people just don't pay attention. Or, you know, don't watch the whole
Your
video,
orders,
and then just
number one.
find it easier to ask in the comments, which, whatever. I'm not responding to. Alright, so...
Your orders.
yeah, let's do some construction. I want to keep building up these settlements. Alright, public order here is pretty good. We've got a lot of population. Let's increase the trade further. Keep this under control. Okay, we're out of cash. Moving on. Seems like the Portuguese is getting the better of the English.
I come bearing word for you
I
today.
accept this.
We shall
And I will
not
offer you
sleep.
reconciliation
Continue
because...
with your suggestions. You are serious?
Yep, what about an
Another
alliance?
course
Very
of
demanding.
wisdom to
Why?
share.
Because we're untrustworthy. Map for map.
Not a bad offer.
Alright, cool.
You speak honorably, friend. Farewell.
Despicable treachery of... okay, we had a diplomat out there, but it's not a big deal. We'll just get another one. Action reconciled. Yep. If you're not at war with me, then you are allowed to continue doing whatever you want. Someone was assassinated. Doesn't matter. It sucks, but it doesn't really matter.
Your orders, number one. We will engage them honorably, my lord.
So we'll be there
We
shortly.
shall continue at first. Yes. Command me.
Need to make sure the defenses here are as strong as possible to prevent Spanish forces from getting through here. Zagreb makes an absolute shitload of money, largely thanks to mining. And we're not paying too much in terms of upkeep. Let's hire some new ones. Just want to make sure that no one comes down here and attacks us. It's definitely a valuable settlement. What else? While we were dicking around, it gave them probably a little bit of time to build up this settlement.
Yes.
But it's still
With
not
God's
enough to stop us.
blessing
We should have no
and
problem
we march
capturing
to
that.
battle. Without question, we shall begin the siege. Besieging forces reporting, my lord.
Good, increase those tax rates. Need the money. Okay, moving on. Or is there anything else we need to do? You just continue starving them out. Oh, we've still got this going on, which is definitely very
Name
good.
thy enemy, lord.
3 more turns until they're completely starved out. Alright, moving on.
Blessed Lord, we
Good.
thank you for delivering us. God be praised for blessing us with victory. My lord, they're engaging us.
Didn't even know I had a ship out there. Not a big deal. So Poland's all the way over at Sarkel. Okay, kind of glad to see the Portuguese fail there. I just want them to fight amongst themselves, because while they're fighting amongst themselves, they're not going after me. Right, faction excommunicated Portugal. Now, I would be happy to offer Portugal reconciliation.
Is there something I can do for you, noble lord?
Exchange for an alliance, huh? Now, in doing this, I would actually get a peace treaty with Spain. They might not accept this, though.
No, we will not. Perhaps something more balanced this time.
Alright, I'll just offer it to them for free.
Of course. Another suggestion from your leader for us? I am afraid I must deny you today.
Fine, but I also
Mutually
want to...
beneficial
But whatever,
until
sold them some
next
bad
time.
information. And improved relations with them as well, so that's not so bad. Okay, so this fort over here, who can we leave behind?
Your orders, noble one.
Probably you'd be best.
Yes. Make camp, men. We rest here.
They might get themselves wrecked, but it's fine. Keep these forces around here, coming down south, so they don't interrupt the forces at Angers.
Your orders, noble one. Of course, my lord. We will engage them honorably, my lord. We shall continue at first light.
Okay, where are we going next? Could you go away,
Order.
please?
Yes, lord. Closing for battle. The day. Your
They
orders,
brought
noble
reinforcements over here.
one. Name the field of battle.
Have you got
We will
night
meet
attack
you
by any
there.
chance? No.
God will be with us, men. To battle.
Okay, good. Still won. A lot of casualties, but they suffered more.
A most honorable victory, my noble lord. Our courage has prevailed. These lands are yours, my lord.
Public order's under control, but we've got this guy right here. No, they declared war on us, we'll sack their settlements. They're not the true faith, after all. And then prepare yourselves for
God will see justice
siege.
served in our battles.
Admiring the enemy, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of damage done to us. Okay, so at Rhodes here, we wanted to convert this to be a city.
Your orders, noble one.
I actually wonder if I should send him into Dijon over here. I've given the French multiple opportunities for peace treaties. Maybe I'll send
Your
you
orders,
over to
number
Bern
one.
to starve it out. Because that's going to be a pain in the ass to take. And this is more important to take. Defeat the French.
Noble lord.
Okay, not this turn, but next turn I want them to... Okay, not until this siege is over will I offer them peace. And reconciliation. Good amount of money. Yes, there's plenty of castles around here. I don't need roads to be a castle. Okay, I think we can increase tax here a little bit. That'll be good. A little bit of corruption as well. That's fine. That helps with public order, but so would this. Yeah, get that going.
Your orders.
Doesn't matter if that's under
Leave me
blockade.
be, infidel. Your
You
orders,
just
noble one.
keep marching over this way.
Yes.
Maybe to failure, who knows. You'll be able to reinforce yourself from Granada if you can make it into Iberia. Okay, that's pretty much all of our money spent. Let's move on. Really? You went for the spy over the actual witch? I mean, I don't really mind because that spy was French, but still. Just odd. Honestly, I liked that's what he did. That's what I would have wanted him to do. So yeah. Expected them to come here and besiege us. We'll sally out and fight them because our army's bigger.
The enemy lays
And we've
siege,
got some
my lord,
knights in there.
but God is with us.
Theologian's Guild? Sure. I don't usually like Theologian's Guilds just for role-playing purposes. War with the Turks. Alright, well that's not really a surprise, is it? They don't border us, so it's not that big of a deal.
Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my lord.
Their army's full of cavalry. They tend not to fight well in auto-resolve. See? That has to be ransomed.
Blessed Lord,
Claims they can't
we
afford the
favor
ransom.
in us.
And yet they won't accept a peace treaty. No, mounted sergeant's not good for auto-resolve armies. Get the drill square going so I can get some better units.
Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble one.
Yeah, I'm going to send you to burn.
God
And
will
you
your orders, noble one. Of
are going
course,
to
my
take
lord.
out Dijon. One more turn until they surrender or sally out. Okay, I don't want to recruit any more troops, so let's just
Your orders,
move
noble
what
one.
needs to be moved. Hang on, are we still in our own territory? Yeah,
Your orders, noble one.
so just
Your orders,
build a
noble
watchtower
one.
on
As you
the
wish.
road here,
Forming two armies. Establishing a tireless
placing on the
watch
side of the
here.
road.
It is an honor to lead these armies. Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble one.
Is it not obvious?
Make our
I
way
am
over
your
to
foe,
Marrakesh. If we can take their capital, assuming it's still the capital. No, it's not. But yeah, if we can take this settlement here, that kicks the Moors out of Africa, maybe. Actually, I'm not certain. It just depends on whether or not they're down here, which, since we're at turn 80, they may very well. It's only actually been 40 years into the campaign. It's a very slow-moving campaign, which I don't mind. Still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to. So I'll go with that. Going to bother going for the Americas. We'll see how we go. If I manage to if I end up conquering everything, 400 turns before that's even going to be activated, we'll just call it a day. It just drags on the campaign too much. Like I said, we'll see how we go. Because all I need is 100 settlements, and there's 106 out here. So I don't even want to go to war with all these guys. I want the goal of the campaign originally was for every region to be held by a Catholic faction. But the problem is that all the Catholic factions keep declaring war on me, and so I have to keep fighting them. Because of course the Pope is going to protect their assets. Every single region we've taken has been in a defensive war. I keep offering them peace, they just don't accept it.
An order. On my way.
Definitely would be a good idea to get rid of... Oh, look at these guys. Oh, they've been sitting there
orders,
for...
number one.
There.
Your
Not
Majesty.
make any money. I will send them up here, although I don't expect
With
them to
God's
succeed.
blessing and yours, we march to battle. Your orders, noble one.
Disband this
Yes.
unit here, and bring in 3 of these guys.
Orders.
Yes, march.
You have something in mind for our people, noble one?
Yes,
I will send you
Your will.
to Zagreb.
we
You'll
can
be the
march no
governor
further
there.
today.
Good, everything's looking good out here. Okay, what are we going to construct? We want to really focus on the Italian settlements because that's where we make the most money. It's not corrupt. Just cancel that and see if we can build up Cagliari a bit more. So a little bit of money from mining, so expanding that probably helps a fair bit. Okay, moving on. And they just give up.
They deserve none.
No, we will not sack
We march through
our
your
Catholic
enemy's streets.
brethren,
Victory!
even if they are hateful, spiteful little shits.
Greetings. We have a word for you.
Acceptable, I suppose.
You'll accept. Your good reason has us open to further plans. I accept this offer.
A pleasure,
So,
noble
yeah.
sire.
Oh, they've actually got Norway as well, by the look of it. To think we've got Egyptian
once,
fleets
Lord.
in the Adriatic.
Then pull down the defenses.
Any troops?
Emshi, leave me be, infidel. Emshi.
Oh, that's right, because I turned it into a castle. That's okay. That fixes it. Get a priest in there, because it's not that Catholic. And town hall first. Actually, no, go with the town guard, because we need to get the free upkeep for him. Alright, so you go and besiege Burn. I don't think I'll have you auto resolve that. You can just sit there and starve them now. It's only going to be 4
Without
turns.
question, your orders, noble one.
Meanwhile, the Pope is going to come up here and just clean a house against the French. We'll give them one
I
chance
suspect you merely waste our time.
to. Oh yeah, accept or we will attack. That's what I really need to be doing. I'll even offer you trade rights and map information. Or else I'm going to mop the floor with you.
Do you think my king is a fool?
Yes,
Let us
I do
play
think he's a
the
fool,
orders,
and
noble
now
one.
people are going to die because
We
of
will
it.
engage them honorably, my lord. God has granted his faithful this victory.
Rush tactics will sort
With
this out pretty
God's
easily.
blessing and yours, we march to battle. God will help the faithful.
Now, of course, because they're Catholic, we will release them. But still, they're going to have their ass handed to them. Going to absolutely embarrass the French. Not that they need any further embarrassing. Now, what I'm going to do in this one is actually have the Pavi's crossbowmen charge into melee with us. Those artillery don't seem like a good idea to get into a skirmish with them. These guys will come off at the far flanks to run down enemy units, and you stay well out of the fight. But just a mad rush is what we're going to be doing here. So basically just want to break this army. And again, the more of them that we shoot, the more that will actually die. Alright. Oof. Getting hit by that stuff can be very painful, so we need the cavalry to hurry up.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Oh, come on, you had the perfect opportunity to charge there. You dipshit. Gotta stop these catapults from shooting. Yeah, this cavalry here is not having a fun time of it. Okay, pull him out. They didn't charge properly.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. We are blessed. The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell.
Okay. The battle should be over just about now.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Because every one of them that are shot will not be able to come back. Everyone else, of course, will be released. And hopefully this kind of thing will help us improve our reputation. And hope to get us a few more peace treaties. Because I think that might be our big deterrent at the moment, is just with a bad reputation, which I don't know how we got such a bad reputation. I don't think we've executed prisoners in a really long time. It makes it hard to do diplomacy. But of course, the difficulty level also doesn't help.
This is a clear victory.
Which is why when I usually play this campaign, I don't even bother with diplomacy. It's just kill everyone. Release them.
You blessed Lord, we thank you for delivering us. Your orders, noble one.
So we got cruel and cunning, despite letting them go. And we're still considered untrustworthy.
Your orders, noble one.
Seems a bit like bullshit. Okay, now. This time, when we go up against it, it's going to be a much larger army. So we have a choice. Fight them out in the field, or fight them at Dijon. Because everyone that we capture at Dijon, we still release them, but all of these guys here will die. Doesn't look like it's a great army. I think we'll just lay siege to it.
God will be with us, men. To battle! Without question, we shall begin the siege. Besieging forces reporting, my lord.
It's going to be harder than the one at Frankfurt, but I feel like my army is slightly better. A little bit more... not too sure about that, actually. We'll see how we go. Worst case scenario is we lose. No big deal.
Yes? Onward.
We'll just return to kill them another day.
Your orders, noble one. With God's blessing and yours.
So,
are
with
an
a
enemy to all of France.
settlement of that size, keep them sieged in there, and let the plague do all the damage. Sort of force a quarantine on them. Gotta keep that public order high. Actually, don't really need that. So yeah, public order's in reasonably good shape here. We could probably justify the increased taxes, which is an additional 200. The population is going to keep going down, which means public order isn't going to get any worse than this, unless unrest goes up. But just in case, let's build the mayor's palace. Making 15,000 a turn. That's good. What are they doing? I mean, they could easily besiege Nuremberg. What are they up to? So these guys over here, what are we doing? To stay here for a turn to help... Oh, let me just see. Since we essentially lost no troops while fighting that, what if we were to come over here and besiege Paris? Because that's look at this shit. Bloody retards.
Your will. Yes.
Is this still under control?
Orders?
Come over here, besiege Paris.
Leading our forces.
And again, starve them out because I'm not too confident on our auto resolve there. And just prevent them from recruiting. Alright, let's move on. I may have forgotten to move the guy down in Africa. But he's of not that much importance right now. The territory of Marrakesh isn't quite as important to us because it's not Catholic. Even though it'd be good to, you know, convert those people, it'll be costly to do so. There's a plague in Milan. It's not good. Despite reasonably good public health. Well, the population will go down. Maybe you'll live, maybe you won't. But since we're not making any trade here, let's get the taxes up. Might be an idea to get more cathedrals in there because that'll help with public health to prevent future plagues. There's no way to 100% protect against it though. Send you guys in there to defend it and also increase public order.
Your orders,
So yeah,
noble
at
one.
Vienna,
We
starve
will
them
engage
out.
them honorably, my lord. Without question, we shall
With the
begin
plague
the
in there,
siege.
their numbers all drop down.
Besieging
Their
forces
army's a piece
reporting,
of
my
shit.
lord.
Then again, so is mine. Okay, with that, we're back to being a full stack. Then we'll march on Nasir.
What do you want?
He's not great.
My lord.
Who said you were allowed? Yeah, fuck off.
An honor.
Once
We will
again,
listen, but I cannot say we
give them
will
that
agree.
offer. I can't really offer that we're going to attack because we're not going to.
No. Diplomacy failed us.
But, you know,
this
give them that
day.
option. It's their last region, so as soon as I take them off them, they're dead. That's the last Italian state. Gone. Managed to drop the taxes there and improve the church. Alright, let's
Your
get on with
orders,
this.
noble one.
We
With
offered them
God's
peace, they
blessing and
refused.
yours,
So now
we
they
march
all have to die.
battle.
Most of their forces are shit. But their general is, like, he's not that bad, so it's going to be hard to break them.
We shall
But our troops
gain
are much higher
victory
quality.
in God's name, men. To battle.
Taking this settlement is, once again, just going to cripple France. We're taking away a settlement able to make a lot of money for them. Not necessarily about their recruitment settlements. We've essentially, I think we've taken away all their recruitment settlements, so all they get now is crappy militia. Let's hear what the Pope has to say about this battle, because it's a very large battle. Possibly the largest so far in the campaign.
Men, speak well of me because I do not throw lives away. I will not use false modesty and deny the charge. Indeed, I say proudly that it is true. And further, I will give you victory if you have the hearts to fight like men possessed when I ask it. Our French foes hold us, along with the rest of the world, in a scant regard. This is a mistake they repeat and repeat, being arrogant and wine-sodden in equal measure, and thus slow to learn from their errors.
That actually sounds about right. Very slow to learn from their errors.
With God's good graces, we shall strike down a quarter of our enemy's army today. Courage will be our watchword. Despair, theirs. And now I trust my life to God, for I know our cause is true and just. So pray, you beetle-headed knaves, and make sure God knows you think the same.
Okay. I'd like you to actually be the one to ram down the gate, because I need these guys doing other things. Getting up on the walls. Causing general mayhem. Yep, you stay there. You want to keep your shooting. Same with you. So we want ladders up on the walls. I don't want these guys in this formation. We don't have any dismounted knights this time, but that's okay. Get ready for a big push in the center here.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
Okay. There's not actually that many of them standing here. Why is that? Guess they want to give up the walls without that much of a fight. They're not really giving up the walls, they just don't want to fight to the death for them. Guys over here aren't shooting. Need to get a little bit closer. Definitely don't want that one who's
The
about
ladders
to...
are now in place. Walls are no match for valor
Start ramming.
and force of arms. Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. The battering ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
Alright, so those of them that are here get into this spot. Same with the cavalry, breakthrough. Oops. Oh, they're using catapults on us, are they? From where? From over here? The cavalry need to
Give
deal with
grace
it.
to God. We have captured the enemy's walls.
You stay here. Let them send their troops up this way, and we'll send the cavalry around down here to intercept them and hit them in the rear, just like we did at Frankfurt. So you stay here, get ready to capture these guys because they're breaking. Okay, you guys off the walls. What are these over here? Town militia? Don't worry about them. Quickly catch them, don't let them get back. Hurry, don't let them get back. Because if we have to fight them in the town square, they'll actually do a reasonably good job. Looks like they've got some tier 3 armor, or is it tier 2? Not sure. That's it. They're doing a good job there. Get back over here, where you needed. I'm not going to worry about the reinforcements out here. If they don't get back here in time, that's their problem. Alright. Time to bring the crossbowmen into the settlement. Since they seem to want to sit inside the town square here, maybe we can use their passiveness to our advantage. There we go. Alright, anyone else over this way? Catapults. Oh wait, it's a ballista. So they've got crossbowmen over here. Just send the cavalry to sort them out. Okay, enemy reinforcements are coming from here. So the Pope can't be left outside here. Get him here where it's safer. Need them to get all up in their face, that'll just make them break. It's all about sort of nuking damage on them, getting the damage on them quickly, and then they just break.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men. The battle is in our... The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Over here, defeat them. Okay, these guys are on their way, but they're going to be a little bit tired, so it might be easy to capture. A lot of cavalry over here. These motherfuckers here didn't make it back in time. Good. Cut them off. Just ignore them, don't worry, it's just one crossbow. Alright. Send the entire Papal Guard.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Okay, crossbowmen, get out of the way. Make sure you're not the first line of defense here. Bring these guys in. Bring the Swiss Guard in to protect the settlement. They're coming up on the wall. Okay. No, they're not.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Okay, bring the cavalry back out here. Since it seems like they've got a lot of missile units, we can break them that way. Here, you get up on the wall. Why aren't you off the wall yet? You come out as well. Same with you. Get back out here. We'll easily break these guys. Seems like they've still got more reinforcements on the way. They just got stuck in the pass. So looking at this here. Yep, they're just stuck. And probably the artillery over here.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Getting up on the walls to climb over the ladders to get in here. It's actually not too bad because
the general has no honor.
Bottlenecked
He
here.
flees the field of battle and abandons his men. Glorious heaven above! Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well. Give the dog some wine, and be sure he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Yeah, his army's gone. Oops. Okay, good. So 16% to 63%. Things looking pretty good for us. They've still got catapults, right? Move into here. Stay here. I'll need to send the cavalry in to snipe these catapults. But everyone start making a rush to here. There's a unit stuck up here, I wouldn't bother with it though. I told you to move over here as well. If it started firing, that would be really bad for us. That's it. We got him off the catapults, that's all we need to do. I don't really want my cavalry fighting in there right now, it's just not to their advantage. Just send these guys in to fight. Oh, there's still another catapult over here. Okay. You need to get in there and stop them. Lucky that missed. Just need to give them a love tap just to stop them from shooting.
It is unwise to
that missed
praise
again.
the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
You guys pull through over here. Okay, they're off the catapults, so just pull the cavalry back. No sense in sacrificing the knights to fight shit units like that. Alright, start firing at units that are a little bit further away, just because you'll get a better angle on them. If you start shooting at these, you'll be firing at a high angle, it just won't do any damage. That being said, they're firing at a high angle, it's not what I want. Alright, so maybe try aim for the mercenary spearmen instead. The Male Knights aren't going to do much against the Swiss Guard. Almost got them the Swiss Knights. Yeah, they'll rip them to pieces. And this is why you have to have your archers out in front, because they're just not doing much damage like this. These shots... I mean, they're doing a little bit, it's just not a lot. Considering how many of them are shooting. It might also be because these guys are too close in here. I might have to actually try and pull them through a little bit more, just so that these guys here have a bit more room to move. Move the cavalry out now, we don't need them anymore. So why are you stuck? Get over here.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Now it's just a bit of a slog to finish this off. But you can see here, our troops are far superior. We haven't even taken a casualty in a little while. Easily taking them out.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Which general are you talking about? Yeah, just pull them through. Give the crossbowmen more room to breathe.
The enemy general has no honor. Here. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
How are they shooting now? Yeah, they're starting to shoot a little bit better. The crossbowmen in this game, or the missile units in general, are much more careful about friendly fire than they are, for example, in Total War Attila. In Total War Attila, they're quite happy to shoot their own troops. Don't give a shit at all. You gotta be really careful with missile units in Total War Attila. Same with Rome 2. Friendly fire is a big problem. The countdown timer should start soon. Okay, now with our crossbows, I think we're safe to move them over to here, so they can get a better angle at this.
Praise to our Lord! Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart. Praise the saints! Our men have taken control of the city.
What happened there? Must have gone to melee. But anyway, we've got basically free shot at shooting them now. Well, until the cavalry charge at us like that. Let's see, these guys aren't that bad in melee either. Alright, cool. Time is down. You're out
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we...
Except their surrender. And of course, captives will be released. because it is the Christian thing to do.
You are wise and noble, mon ami.
And your king should accept when he's lost.
A most honorable victory, my noble lord. God has delivered us this victory.
They're starting to get more authority, that helps. Compassionate victor, sense of justice, things are looking good there. Okay, get the priest in here. Alright, what's the damage? It's pretty severe. Look at this, this would be good for a fort. Alright, where are we going to go next? So where's our diplomat?
No,
I'll once again offer the French.
Dealing with your people is always most unpleasant.
Where's this? And they still say no, but that's okay.
Did you intend to insult us? This was a waste of time.
Yeah, it was a waste of time for me. You're running on borrowed time here, dude. You're about to die.
Your orders.
Okay, so
noble
these
one.
guys here. I think if we make a rush for Reims as well, because public order here should be fine. Just
We will engage them honorably, my
we'll
lord.
go out there and defeat them.
Be ready to give all for God and kingdom men. To
If they refuse to surrender, of course, talking about the French in general, I'll have no choice but to end them once and for all. No, we should rush in there. Otherwise, those catapults... Actually... I wonder if the catapults will get as many kills as all my Pavese crossbowmen. My Pavese crossbowmen should do quite well. And of course, these will be kills, rather than men captured. Alright, we'll see how they go. We don't have the high ground though, and that's a little bit of a problem. Okay, maybe while that's going on, send the cavalry around to get rid of the catapults. How did I put these cavalry? Okay, get them over there. Let's go around them. Oh, I didn't mean to send you out there. Actually, it's probably best the artillery shooting like it is. They're going to break before they get close, so I'm not going to worry about that. Told ya. And just roll these guys up. I don't want these catapults doing any more damage.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army. The enemy flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
Shoot the guys out here. Oh, sorry, shoot the guys here. Run them down. Alright, good.
This is a clear victory.
Do it!
God has granted his faithful this victory.
Okay.
Your orders,
So like I
number
said,
one.
really want to get in here and sort of finish them off. We could hit Emperor Henry here, the Malevolent, to actually draw them out to fight us. But as I said, our forces are a little bit low in strength. And since we didn't sack the settlement, public order might be a bit of a problem.
Your Majesty. March! Virgin armies. Orders.
It's not so bad.
Binding forces, my lord.
Your orders, noble one. God will be with us, men.
Coward.
To
That's fine.
battle! A most honorable victory, my noble lord.
So he's aggressive.
With God's blessing and yours.
So how's
we
our
march to
reputation
battle.
now? It's still untrustworthy. It might just be because we're the Papal States, I don't know.
Your orders, noble one. God will be with us, men.
To starve
To
them out
battle!
and keep my army intact.
Your will.
Okay, where are we going next?
Your orders, noble one. With God's blessing and yours, we march to battle. God has granted
No, don't be so hasty, Sadiq.
Fucking Muslims.
a most honorable victory, my noble lord.
Roleplay. Okay. Islamophobic.
With God's blessing
Okay,
and
so-
yours, we march to battle.
Out of my
God
fucking
has
way, bitch.
granted his faithful this victory.
How good is this general?
We
He's
will
alright.
engage them honorably, my lord. Blessed Lord, we thank you for delivering us. With God's blessing
Okay,
and
with the money that we've
yours,
got left-
we march to battle.
Let's build. So the Turks are blockading the port here. I don't have enough ships to be able to deal with it, so just let them have their fun for the time being. Make more money from land trade anyway. Okay, public order is a little bit of a concern. If we want to keep the high taxes, which I do, I need to increase public order. And there goes pretty much all my money.
Your orders, noble one.
Moving on.
Hail and well met. We have something for you.
I don't see why not.
We could not. We welcome your further good reason. No, we will not accept such a thing.
800. Oh, I can afford that. Sure.
Another
How about an
course
alliance?
of wisdom to share.
Nope.
Goodbye.
At least we can see how many
look
territories
forward
that
to our
Russia
next
has.
meeting.
Sure, why not? Alright, who's excommunicated again? England. Alright. Where's our guy?
Yes, my lord. Naturally, my lord. Today's journey ends.
Okay, he's still just got the plague. He's not dead yet, though. That plague will continue for a little while.
An honor.
So I still want to try and repair relations with Spain as much as possible, but if they don't accept it soon, I will send armies to go and crush them. It's only a matter of
Your
time.
orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my lord. Without question, we shall
we
begin
need more
the
troops.
siege. Besieging forces reporting,
Shouldn't be a
my
problem for
lord.
us to capture that. I doubt the Holy Roman Empire is going to come out here and help. Right, we've got a full stack.
Your
Let's
orders,
leave
noble
behind, Balkan archers. Hopefully that's enough to maintain public order. Nope.
Away with you, infidel!
Close. If I just hire some peasants, they'll maintain public order.
one. Your orders, noble one.
So Nicaea's all the way up here.
Yes.
Let's get moving.
Make camp, men. We rest here. I will defeat you honorably.
They just got
my
full of
worthy
ballistas. I don't think
foe.
they're going to do much.
Order. As my lord wills, we march to battle.
Fuck
The
off.
day is ours. Yes, lord. Closing for
And you're now the
The
governor
day
of
is ours.
Durazzo.
The enemy are beaten.
Congratulations to you. Look at that, fit perfectly. You know, we must have lost exactly 150 casualties. This will eventually grow.
Noble lord.
There's almost no point me constantly sending the diplomat. I don't have enough money to be like to pay them enough money for the peace treaty, nor will they accept it. Even if I got all of their settlements under siege, they just will refuse peace. Got them by the balls. They don't care.
Yes.
Your orders, noble one.
Out of my way.
With God's blessing and yours, we march to battle. A most honorable victory, my noble lord.
Push him out of the
We will
way.
engage
Take
them
this.
honorably, my lord. God has granted his faithful this victory. God will be with us, men. To battle. A most honorable victory, my
Losing
noble
men as we're
lord.
making our way to Marrakesh.
We will
Hopefully the
engage
settlement
them
itself does not
honorably,
have
my
that many troops.
God has granted
protecting
his
it, but we don't
faithful
know.
this victory. Your orders, noble one.
Guess we'll find out soon enough. Can afford to have more troops here to garrison the settlement. So yeah, another trade route would be good. How much money is it making from the sea route? Sea exports to Rome, 380, so it's not bad at all. That's kind of on the expensive side. There's other buildings, other settlements you need to construct as well.
Your orders, noble one. With God's blessing and yours, we march to battle.
This here is the last two
Besieging
French
forces
settlements.
reporting, my
I've
lord. Orders?
tried to negotiate with peace the entire time during this war, but they refuse. So next turn we'll attack Reims. I expect to win that,
Your orders,
and I'll
noble one.
also
Your
attempt to attack this. If they fail, then the Pope will come over here and he'll take over the siege. He'll take him out the next turn. Send some cavalry militia over here to assist. Why not?
Your orders, noble one.
If Allah is willing, you will leave me alone.
Okay, I've got no money, so let's just move on. Alright, so let's have a look here. Is he still alive? Yep. Still kicking. Now then. Public order here went massively downhill, but maybe we can turn things around with a bit of garrison. Maybe they threw in some spies. Still.
Your Majesty.
I've got one turn till it surrenders. You come over here, I'll need your help.
My lord. Bringing our troops together.
Your orders, noble one.
Yalla, my sultan wishes you dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Sibni Lawad,
It's...
infidel.
Okay, here's what we do. Oh, fuck. There's mostly crossbow militia in here. Alright. We build a fort here,
My lord.
Yalla,
which will
my sultan
prevent
wishes
them
you
from getting
dead.
back to Marrakesh.
Your orders, noble one.
We just leave,
Yes, my lord. Securing this position
you just
with
leave the
honor.
peasants behind
Your orders, noble one.
Orders.
and get
God
them to
will be
capture
with
it.
us, men. To battle. Without question.
Of course, it needs to be auto-resolved, so Fingers crossed on that.
We will engage
But this doesn't need to be
honorably,
auto-resolved.
my lord.
Actually, we're not allowed to auto-resolve it. All battles with the Pope has to be fought manually. Let's do this.
God will help the faithful prevail. We attack! Units, await my orders.
Alright, all-out attack. Get in there and kill them. Offered the French as many peace treaties or peace offers as I'm willing to. Now it's time for them to die. Time for them to go away. So just one war is over and done with, so I can deal with some of the other fuckers trying to kill me.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy
Get the 10
victory.
militia. Make sure we send someone in there while they... Oh, they closed the fucking gate. They're actually doing a good job on this one. What's going... Oh yeah, because they're shit, that's why. Is our cavalry not fighting them properly? We're definitely still winning. I don't think this army is going to be able to take out Paris next turn. They're just too badly damaged.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us.
All right,
it is
good.
unwise
Now
to
we can run
praise
them
the
down.
day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
So get the cavalry inside now the gates are open. I don't have a lot of cavalry. I'm going to try and run down any fucker that we can. So over here we've got crossbow militia. Perfect for the cavalry to go and kill. Dismounted feudal knights, that's probably why they're sort of wrecking us a little bit.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
A little bit stuck because of the ram here, but I still think we got it. Those feudal knights will break soon. We've already killed 77% of them. Good. Captured a few. Okay, there we go. We've captured the walls. That's the hard part over. So their general is just sitting back here, probably eating a baguette. And I'll just send the anti-cavalry infantry into the town square and they can deal with the rest of it from here. If you guys could focus on capturing all of these fuckers, that would be great. Or not. Right, you guys are up. And you come over here just to give them, of course, morale support.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Why can't I run him? What's going on with this? That would be why. The French are royally screwed. There's no coming back for them.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
I definitely think it was a good choice taking our army, instead of going to Bern and heading up this way, because we've not only have we gained more, but we've done more damage to real enemies. Like the garrison of Bern, who cares? Like they're just rebels, they're not going to do anything.
Praise to our Lord! Our men have slain the enemy general. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won.
A most honorable victory, my noble lord.
So the public order here is
God
not
be
good.
praised for blessing us with victory.
We're getting further and further away from the capital. So I gotta wonder if it is actually a good idea to launch this attack, because our forces are largely for mercenary crossbows, but they've also got a lot of artillery. They're not going to count for that much. A lot of trebuchets there too. If I fought the battle manually, I'd easily win. Let's have a look. Oh, I mean, build siege equipment. Whoops.
Is it time to take the walls, my lord?
I could bring our peoples closer together, my lord.
Your Majesty.
Right, I want to send a unit of Pavese crossbowmen back here.
Move out.
Got to maintain public order. Send another one back.
Orders, my lord.
Meant to send
Yes.
another one back.
March.
Still a little bit iffy.
Your Majesty.
Okay, so at 55, so all of these guys here just need to get an additional 15% and keep it under control.
Your orders,
Little
number
staff
one.
next turn.
Your orders, number
Out of my
one.
way, bitch.
God will be with us, men. To battle. God has granted.
Yes.
How are we going with our reliability? So we're still considered untrustworthy. It doesn't seem like anything we can do improves our trustworthiness at
Yes. God will be with us, men.
all. That's
To battle.
probably more than they can handle, to be honest. Oh well, if he can survive, I mean he's old anyway, but if he can survive and make his way back to Smyrna, there's troops here that can be recruited. In fact, I'll get started on that for him now. Yeah, he's going to need reinforcements. Even though it doesn't add additional units to the recruitment pool, I think it'll make these units recruit faster, but also come with more experience, making them slightly better. Okay, so we need to get our fleet into the Adriatic to get rid of all these bloody
Full
Muslims.
sail.
They're costing us a lot of money
Anchor
here.
until morning.
Okay, let's move on. So now it's switched. Dijon has good public order and Reims doesn't. So they're back again.
My lord, the enemy lays siege. What shall we do?
Ha, they abandoned Nicaea. Good stuff. I was really worried that we weren't going to win there, but now it should be easy.
God has granted
Thank
his
you.
faithful this
We'll occupy because
victory.
it would be majority
God
Catholics in
has
there.
delivered us this victory.
So Toulouse is under siege. Just have to hope they do a good job. Alright, at least Milan is no longer racked by plague, so these guys can be retrained. Flood in Tunis. Okay, that's not so bad. Good, they didn't get the opportunity to attack. They didn't even attack the fort. Yeah, that was bloody impossible. So Hungary has been excommunicated, but I don't have any ill will towards the Hungarians, so I will offer them a peace treaty. Not peace treaty, reconciliation. Alright, my fleet.
Yes.
Gotta keep
Yes, my lord.
all these damn Islamic fleets out of here. If we successfully attacked this, that would be the end of France. Dump those taxes. I'm gonna keep the Pope over here, but we need to recruit more troops. Take these guys out. Once again, I'll offer them peace.
We do not trust you, so this
But now
had
I'll
best be good.
say acceptable attack. Of course, you
The Kaiser will hear this meeting was disappointing.
You think you're
Your
disappointed?
orders, noble one.
Yes.
Alright, if we make our way over to the imperial capital of Staufen, which is not well defended.
Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble one.
I am willing, but not
It
able.
actually
I will not
is
waste
fairly well
words
defended.
with the enemy.
Our chances of victory there are pretty slim if they
Come
get
and face
involved.
the might of the Reich, coward.
There's always a chance that they might not.
With
And
God's
losing this army
blessing
really doesn't mean
and
much. I can easily recruit a new one.
God will be with us, men. To battle! Besieging forces reporting, my lord.
Anyway, just because we
will
see
not
one
waste
dismounted feudal
words
knight
with
here,
the
the rest of
enemy.
these could be peasants for all we know. Or plague-ridden pox fucks. Who knows? Okay, we managed to keep it under quarantine for such a long time that plague is gone. You just keep starving them out, though.
Yes?
So the real question is whether or not we should auto-resolve this. Obviously, it would be good to end this war sooner rather than later. Nobody's going to be able to interfere. The Holy Roman Empire is their ally, but they're currently a bit busy. Right, I did say we were going to
What is it you wish
offer
to
them
discuss?
reconciliation in exchange for an alliance. I don't think they'll accept that. No, the allies of France. We don't want that. Map for map. I'll just offer reconciliation as a gift.
A most generous offer. We gladly accept. An honor and a pleasure. Farewell.
Alright, good. Next stop. Right. This here. Still really skeptical about assaulting that. I mean, we've got some knights and some really good units in here. And they've got some really trashy units, but there's always a chance that this will fail.
We will engage them honorably, my lord.
Told you.
We are beaten. Let God fill you with courage and regroup. Very well.
That's
then.
a shame,
Breaking the siege.
because there's now no hope for them to possibly capture this. They have to go... I now have to try and get them back to Algiers. No, to Granada. Which means I'm going to need a ship here. To get reinforcements to try again. Or, we try and hit Cordoba instead. So the Pope was angered. The Pope's here. Was angered by his failure. That's for sure. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Overall, we're winning. How many settlements we got? 31. Okay, so over here, the
Your
Byzantines, I
orders,
don't know
number one.
what they were thinking, but they've basically given up
God
mass here.
will be with us, men. To battle! Blessed Lord, we thank you for delivering us. We will engage them honorably.
Empty! My master despises you.
That's good, let's get another one in there. We've already got a priest, pretty sure. Yep. And let's put in for some trade. Would be good to have reinforcements ready to send over him at a moment's notice. Okay, moving on. So yeah, just keeping that under siege because I really don't want to risk that failing. The only battles that I can guarantee victory is the ones that I'm fighting manually.
We are under siege! Defend the walls with your lives!
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of there. Like I said, he's probably dead. To think that he travelled all that way just to fail. That battle would have been so easy to win manually as well. Because all they had was missile units, just rush at them. Oh well. Blockade Toledo, that's definitely not a priority. Toledo is all the way over here. How the I can't get a ship there in time. I don't have access to any of these ports out here, so that's kind of stupid, but that's alright.
Your orders, noble one. God will be with us, men.
Your only
To
hope is to
battle!
defeat them in this battle here. Good. No, execute.
No, God has granted his faithful this
You gotta get
victory.
yourself over to Granada.
With God's blessing and yours, we must a most honorable victory, my noble lord.
Fucks up our
Your
relations.
orders, noble one.
Get to the coast here.
Of course, my lord.
Reinforcements will come.
We shall continue at first light.
And then we just try again.
Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my lord.
Good. So these are Catholic, which means we occupy the
Blessed
settlement.
Lord, we thank you for delivering us. Our courage has prevailed. These lands are yours, my lord.
Good, public order here has been improved. And get rid of
God's
this
self.
witch. Good, that was a low chance of success too. So that was lucky.
Orders?
Alright, so if I bring all of these troops up to here,
Move out!
that didn't help public order very much. Actually, it's still okay. Keep it going.
Yes?
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna
Yes,
assault
my
this
lord.
now.
This is where we shall
It's gonna be
meet
an
the
auto
enemy.
resolve. Has to be. Okay, good. That is the end of France. We gave them so many chances, and they refused every step of the way. Good job to you. A lot of casualties, but
The day is ours. The enemy are
the
beaten.
ends justify the means.
Noble lord, we have
But the people are safe. None of their settlements were sacked. And they'll be well looked after, with high taxes and shit. Once, you know, once we can. We don't want Master Thieves Guild. Was there a Thieves Guild here? Yeah. I'm not hiring spies, so it doesn't matter. A diplomat out here might help. Right, with the French gone, that means that's one fewer enemies that we need to deal with. So how old is our Pope? 56 years old. We can get another episode out of him. So now's a good opportunity, I suppose, to end the episode since we're at pretty much an hour and a half. Actually, why don't we give...
your orders, noble one.
Okay, if we want to do this...
We would see you dead, heathen. God will be with us, men.
No, there's no
To
hope.
battle!
We have to try a different
Your
method.
orders, noble one.
Just
Your
leave
orders, noble one.
behind them. Oh,
Yes,
it
my
lifted the
lord.
fucking
Call
siege.
it off the siege. We will engage them honorably, my
At
lord.
least you won that.
A most honorable victory, my my noble
And while they're
lord.
there, starve them
Your
out.
orders, noble
I'll
one.
send you reinforcements
With
eventually.
God's blessing and yours, we march to battle.
Listen, not moving
Without
around
question,
anymore.
we shall begin the siege.
Anyway, that's the end of this
Besieging
episode.
forces
Shut up.
reporting, my
Shut up.
lord.
Anyway, that's the end of this episode, guys. So like and subscribe. Part 5.3 is next. And don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.